Okay, so Jesus and the disciples get in a boat and they push off from shore. Okay, and the disciples are in their element right now. A lot of the disciples were fishermen, and so going out on the lake in a boat, that's what they do. And so this is a great little time for them. Jesus has been preaching and teaching and performing miracles, and so he's tired. So he goes down below decks and finds him a place to take a nap. And the disciples, they get busy doing the things that they do, making sure that everything's right on ship and just enjoying their cruise. Then suddenly, as they get out in the middle of the lake, a storm blows up. Normally a storm's not a big deal to fishermen. They're used to this. But this storm was huge. The wind was blowing. The waves were growing bigger and bigger and bigger and crashing in until the point where they got to where they were crashing into the boat. The waves were actually coming over the side and threatening to sink the ship. And so now these fishermen are alarmed, and they have gotten to the point to where it's something that's big. So they start looking for Jesus, and they start asking, "Where's Jesus? Where's Jesus?" And so they realize that he's not on deck, so they go down below deck. So you can imagine the fishermen are scared, and they start to go down the deck, all of them together, looking for Jesus. And as they go down the steps, they have to pause for a moment to let their eyes adjust to the darkness that's down below. And when their eyes adjust, they see Jesus. He's curled up in the corner, so just totally relaxed, and he's taking a nap. And so they wake him, and they say, "Master, Master, we're about to die. We are about to die. The waves are crashing over the side. The wind is blowing. We have no control over the ship. This storm is about to kill us. Help us. Save us." And Jesus rises up slowly, sleepy face, and he looks his disciples in the face, eye to eye, man to man. And he says, "You of little faith, why are you scared of this storm?" And then as he rises and stretches just a little bit, he parts through the disciples to the left and to the right, and he climbs the few stairs up to the top of the deck. And when he gets there, he stops and he looks around, and he speaks to the storm, and he speaks to the wind and the waves, and he says to them for them to be quiet. And instantly, the wind stops. The waves begin to subside back to a gentle rolling wave like you would see on a lake on any day. The clouds break and the sun comes out, and calm and peace is restored. And if you can imagine the disciples in their fear, they haven't even come back on top of the deck. They're all looking out that hole, watching what's going on, and they're astonished by what they see. They begin to ask each other, "Who is this man that can speak and calm the sea?" And that's the story of Jesus and the disciples during the storm. I need your feedback on this, and I'm going to ask you just a few questions, and you don't have to just answer yes or no, but I really want your honest feedback on this. So don't hold back, and don't try to just make me feel good about myself. I want to be a better preacher, a better speaker, and your input is going to help me. So with that in mind, what did you like about the short presentation, and why did you like it?
It was short.
It was short.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
Okay.
I like your timbre, the rise of the voice, softness of the voice. I like that.
Okay. Good deal. What did you find meaningful about the presentation?
That you, Scott Smith, did it.
Thank you.
That you have to have faith in uncertain times.
Okay. Cool.
I like just thinking about him being below them, like even out of sight, and just so at peace. And even though I know when he was reprimanding them for little faith, I know it was in a loving tone. It wasn't in a you just made me feel like he was chastising them, but with love. So that was what I felt was meaningful.
Cool.
In all seriousness, I like the way you painted the picture of Jesus, just calm and relaxed when everything around him would have caused any other person to tense up and freak out.
Yeah.
I like the way you painted that picture. That was good use.
Thank you.
Good use of.
What tomorrow morning? What will you remember about this story, if anything? That Scott didn't buy breakfast this time.
I think that I'll remember. I mean, this isn't like it's a story that I've never heard before, So, but I think what I will remember is that in my own chaos, he's still right there. I'll just apply it to today. So when the storm is crazy right now in 2012, he's still right there to calm that storm.
Were you at ease listening to me when I spoke? Is there anything I did that made you feel uncomfortable? Any gestures or anything?
You fidget sometimes.
I do fidget.
You
I'm used to having more room to
play
run.
with your ring.
Yeah. What's one thing I should change to make the presentation stronger?
Get more people in here. And I'm not being facetious. You are very good in front of a larger crowd.
Yeah.
You're noticeably uncomfortable with just a couple.
Yeah.
And that doesn't show on Sunday mornings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It
I'm
just doesn't.
definitely more comfortable.
Yeah, you don't use phrases like but or so, or you said and so a couple times, like pausing.
Mm-hmm.
More, but on Sunday you don't do that. You just flow, man.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that.
I agree. All right. Well, thank you guys for your time and thank you for your help.